friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and Kala and I are here today to talk to you about a book that we are really excited about. Now, this is a book that I actually finished really late last night. I could not put it down. I stayed up way past the time when I should have gone to sleep, especially since I worked today, and I just could not stop until I finished it. I loved it so much. It affected me so deeply, and I am really happy to be able to share that book with you today. So, what is the book I'm talking about? It is Sandwich by Catherine Newman. Now, what originally drew me to this book? Because I will say that Catherine Newman is not an author that I am super familiar with. Apparently, she's written other adult books, she's written memoirs, a middle grade book, some children's books, and I've never read anything by her, and at least that I can remember. So I wasn't drawn to it because I knew the author and I liked her writing. It was my first book by her. I was actually drawn to it because it's been getting a lot of attention lately. It's been showing up on tons and tons of different book lists. People are talking about it online. It's been getting a lot of buzz. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. It's getting a lot of great reviews. I want to read and hear about what this book is all about. And also, I won't lie, the cover really drew me in, because look at how absolutely gorgeous that is. It's just a slice of summer right on the cover, right? And really, that's what this book felt like. It felt like just a big, tall glass of summer, and it was absolutely amazing. So we've got Labor Day coming up this weekend. We're nearing the end of summer, right? School started this week for some people, started next week for others, and you know, this is a really amazing book to end the summer with, because it's just amazing. Now, obviously, I think you could enjoy it and read it at any time of the year, but it hit differently for me, at least, reading it now at the end of summer. Also, it's very short. It's like barely over 200 pages. I want to say it's maybe like 215, 220 pages, something like that. So you can get through it rather quickly. It's, you know, not something you want to rush through. This book, I feel like you want to take your time and definitely absorb it all, but it is rather short, so it's not a big commitment, you know, to start reading it. So what is this book about? This book is about a woman named Rocky who is middle-aged, and she, for the last 2 decades, she's been going with her family down to this little ramshackle house on Cape Cod at the seashore every summer for a week. And this year, the family's going again. She's with her husband. She's with her 2 adult children. One's 20, one's 24. And then her elderly parents join her too. So I want to talk about the title for just a moment, because the title has 2 different meanings. So the first and more prominent meaning is sandwich, is that Rocky herself is sandwiched between the 2 opposite ends of her family. So she's sandwiched in between her elderly parents and her young adult children. And she's just kind of drifting somewhere in the middle. The second meaning, though, is because while they're at this, their rental, Rocky is making them different sandwiches for lunch every day. And it's this whole, like, show of love and care that goes into this. And everybody wants something different. Of course, her daughter is a vegetarian, and, you know, the son and the parents, and everybody wants a different kind of sandwich. So it's just another, like, representation of the love that a mother has by taking care of her family. So that might not sound like a really exciting premise for a book, right? A family, it literally is a week-long vacation with this family at the shore. You're like, oh my gosh, that sounds like the most boring thing ever. I promise you it is not. Because as the week progresses, there are all kinds of feelings that come out. There are secrets that some of the people in the family have that start to come out. And it is just a really wonderful, like, lens into the life of a normal, regular family, right, in America. And again, that doesn't sound exciting, but let me just tell you, it is absolutely beautiful. The thing that I loved most about this book was the fact that I was so sucked into the story and so drawn into the story that I felt like I was on vacation with the family. I felt like I was there. And I know people say that all the time when they're talking about books, is it really made me feel like I was there. But this one really does. I promise. It makes you feel everything so keenly. And the writing is just really beautiful as well. It's, you know, there are moments that are really funny, like you will laugh out loud. Rocky is super hilarious. She's going through menopause, so a lot of the things that are going on with that, she talks about either with her family or in her internal thoughts, and they are just hilarious. Hilarious. And there are lots of intense, you know, heart-wrenching moments too. You know, I will say this book contains some stuff about miscarriages and abortion. If you are really sensitive to the topic of miscarriages, just tread very carefully when you read this, okay? But the description of everything is just absolutely beautiful. I've never been to Cape Cod. However, everything is written about in a sort of generic way in terms of the setting, so it could really take place at any beachside holiday home. I grew up in New Jersey, so I went to the Jersey Shore every year of my life for so many years. And even when I got older, I went down to the Outer Banks in North Carolina so many times. And this book just brought so many amazing memories back about, you know, the smells and the sights and the things that you do when you're down at the beach. And I just want to read you the opening lines of this book because I think they will just transport you the way that they did me. Picture this: a shore-lined peninsula jutting into the Atlantic Ocean. Zoom in a little closer. It's a Cape Cod beach town. It's midsummer. The narrow highway is thick with lobster dinners and mini golf windmills and inflatable bagel pool floats. But turn off the main drag in either direction and find yourself quickly at the sea. Sandy cliffs and wind-swept grasses, tumbling pink roses and vast blue skies, and a tide line hemmed with stones and mussels and bright green ruffles of seaweed. Beneath the waves, shivers of great white sharks, stuffed to the gills, or so one imagines, with surfers. And that is how the whole book is written. It's just so descriptive and beautiful. It really captures your heart and your attention. So I will say that I am not the target audience for this book. Like, I think everyone obviously will enjoy it, but I am not a middle-aged menopausal woman. I don't have any children. I've never experienced that grief/joy of watching my children grow up into adults. But I still loved this book so much. It is absolutely one of the examples of a book doesn't have to be written about you or your life experiences for you to enjoy it, recognize yourself in it, and feel seen. And this book is just like that. I think if you are a person that loves going to Cape Cod, if you love going to the beach or the shore for vacations, you're going to really love this book. And I really think it's going to resonate with the readers who are mothers, particularly those that have older children. I think that this book is going to really resonate with you. But again, everyone is going to love it. I love it, and I don't have kids, and I'm not menopausal yet. So everything about it was just a beautiful symphony of wonderful writing, interesting characters, and a great story that, you know, went between hilarity and grief and all the other emotions in between the two. So give this a chance. It's definitely worth the hype that it's been getting. Sandwich. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that this book sounds really awesome and that you want to read it, and I hope you will love it as much as I do. And if you want to check it out, you can get it from Farmington Community Library. And also, thank you so very much for watching today, friends, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.